improved as a defender, and maybe it's some overdue appreciation, at least as he sees it. He said,
a two-way player to be sure. DA, thanks. Opening night is upon it. As every team looking to come out of the gate strong, we know only half are going to get to the end.
Don't tell them that.
I know you can't.
Let it breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
It is a long season. The teams, as we've seen in the past, sometimes what we're watching here tonight, 6 or 7 members of that team might not be on it come February. So got to temper your expectations. Watch the way guys have maybe improved from last season coming into this season. Excited about young teams and the opportunity of their potential, but things can change quickly in this league.
But don't you love the optimism at this time of year?
No doubt about it. Everybody's fired up for the opportunity to show what it is, especially as a player, what you worked on in the offseason to bring it to the hardwood and show your coaching staff the type of work you put in.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Aldridge out there with Joel Embiid. And there's Klay Thompson. Then there's Doncic. And it's Simmons in at the 1. Thompson misses. Look at the last game for the Golden State Warriors. It was a win against the Trailblazers. Wall, no luck.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Thompson finds Aldridge. And no good. Nice D from Griffin. Durant for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Durant's got 6.
Just how easy is that for KD? It's amazing, effortless, elevating, and keeping his balance. Another triple.
To the middle, Griffin with the steal. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And they call an illegal screen here.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be. It's a little lazy about what it could be.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And this is why Blake Griffin appears on your highlight reel on a nightly basis. Loves rising up for the alley-oop.
They get a hand on it. Butler with the steal. Griffin passes to Butler. Good D by Thompson.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. He has to put away this layup.
And Jimmy Butler, you know, something of a quirky character, has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
Count that one.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Poked away. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And as we have a moment now, let's take a look at the three-pointer to two-pointer shot ratio here in the postseason for the Bulls. Warriors trail by 12. Outside, Simmons. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And the Australian Simmons, a star in the making, folks. Thanks really in part to that tremendous skill set to go along with that gigantic frame.
Chicago switch here. Horford's checked in. Wall. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Now, last season's championship round, the 4th straight time that the Warriors faced off with the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's the first time in North American sporting history that has ever happened in the major 4 sports. And once again, the Golden State Warriors brought the trophy back to the Bay Area.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the Bulls. Shoots from the elbow. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Warriors trail by 11. He kicks to Simmons. Towns with the steal. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Embiid. Thompson finds Simmons. Right side Aldridge. Embiid in the corner. Back to Aldridge. Pass to Embiid and stolen by Horford. Three-pointer, Butler. Lowry passes to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
Right next to the 1975 banner, the Warriors unfurling yet another championship banner. And when you look at the journey for this franchise, Brent, what comes to mind?
Well, I think about how many things for them just lined up perfectly, Kevin. The general manager being from the Bay Area, being in tune with what goes on in the city, and then the timing of the decision for Steve Kerr to be choosing between joining the New York Knicks and him choosing not the East Coast, but the West Coast to build this empire. It's been pretty remarkable ever since those decisions were made, what the Warriors have built around the NBA game with those two guys in place.
And the Warriors with possession here after the Bulls pick up two.
Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close ranger.
Lowry can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 14. From deep, Walker. The shot, no good. There's a minute 34 left here in the first quarter. Here's Lowry. Simmons with the defensive effort. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Golden State. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Cousins. Harris has got his first bucket in this one. Right side Towns. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Yeah, and this team depends on Lowry. I mean, so skilled at creating shots for himself or his teammates.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Warriors shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And take a look back at last season, and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. The Warriors also with a sub. Antetokounmpo's checked in.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. Yeah, you see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The Bulls getting the bucket. The kick out to Walker. Cousins, no one around him. The three-pointer is right on target.
Just great confidence from Cousins there. Once he gets the ball, he's immediately looking to pull the trigger.
Back to Lillard. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. And that's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Warriors have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit.
Well, the improvement we saw during Giannis Antetokounmpo's first few years in the league went from raw to ridiculous in a hurry.
And Kuzma has it in the corner. Back to Lillard. Pass to Kuzma. 4 seconds left. And the rejection by Cousins.
So important for Cousins to continue to develop that defensive awareness. I like to see him showing off some of that shot blocking ability.
And so it's Chicago, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk over during the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping for them. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way.
Basketball. That's that. It always took my mind off everything.
Well, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here.
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They're attacking on defense, and this has them out to a big lead after one.
Damian Lillard out there with Bradley Beal. Then it's Lowry Markkanen. Then it's Bamba, and it's Kuzma in at the 3. That's the Bulls' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Tobias Harris in his 8th season in the NBA and still just 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, one season at Tennessee, and he has slowly but steadily improved each year. And, you know, he's gotten stronger, more consistent with his long-range shooting, and he's found his calling as one of those prototype small ball fours.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, guys. Well, Marc Gasol is the more fiery of the Gasol brothers. Al Gasol says, I sugarcoat things a little more than Mark. He's more emotional, more direct. And Mark said, when a mistake happens on defense, I know you're not concentrating. I don't allow that. He knows controlling his frustration is important. He says, I'm working on it. Guys?
Part of leadership, DA. Thank you.
Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Here's Markkanen. And he banks in the layup. Markkanen's got his first basket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Walker against Beal. And it's Walker penetrating. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Antetokounmpo. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Trailblazers in Portland. Down low, ball's knocked loose. Walker with a clean look and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Walker's got 8 points.
And doing a much better job from three-point range than they were in the first. It's going to help them chip away at that lead.
What a luxury for a staff to have a guard who can do this. Lillard able to elevate quickly for the monster jam.
Antetokounmpo. No good that time. And the Bulls going the other way now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. The WNBA, the top teams make the playoffs. We know that regardless of what conference. And the early results look good, Brent. Do you ever see that happening in the NBA?
I like the chatter about it. I like the consideration about it. I love the idea of the top 16 teams making the playoffs. But then I think to myself, well, if 12 of those 16 teams are in the Western Conference, then a lot of people are going to be watching something else come playoff time. So
Travel just makes it prohibitive.
not just the travel, Kevin, but the idea that you have these shifts. As we know, the Western Conference has dominated the NBA for at least the last decade, that there just wouldn't be much attention for the playoffs, at least throughout the country, if you did it that way. And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
The pass to Harris. Here's Cousins. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. It's deflected.
And the giant wingspan of Bamba strikes again. Just fantastic at spiking shots in a variety of ways.
Here's Bogdanovich. That misses off the back.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And how about Giannis putting that 7'3" wingspan to good use to help come up with a steal?
Durant with it. 8 points for him. Here's the three. They get the rebound. The kick out to Wall. Dishes it to Griffin. Back to Wall. Tries again. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
Yeah, you don't want to leave people open when Blake Griffin has vision of the floor. He exploited the hole in the defense that time.
Harris inside the line. And the Warriors get it back. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. And another three for Golden State.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And Durant gets it to go.
Now, right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Knocks it loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
And checking out the numbers for John Wall. Coming off a terrific season. He was around 19 points per game last year, 9 assists and 3 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
Simmons finds Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And guys, really admire how Simmons finds the open man consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him. I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
The three. It's rebounded by Towns. Durant for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Durant's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Now with KD, there's just not a spot on the floor where once he gets it, you don't feel like he's confident and comfortable to score. Tonight, inflicting some serious pain.
And thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This home crowd is... Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly. And so far, he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. And now with the second half.
And there wasn't too much in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. They've got Embiid. Doncic out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Thompson in at the 2. Simmons against Butler. Knocked loose. Right side Simmons. Rebound by the Bulls. Durant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Butler from outside. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 4th assist in this one. Thompson way outside. To the inside. Now, here's Doncic. Defense is right there. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
The tenacity, the attention to detail. It's why these guys are in complete control.
It seems like they've been at it on both ends tonight. Tremendous all-around play from them. Has them up quite a bit here.
On the wing, Thompson. Covered by Wall. And Thompson kicks to Doncic. They need this. And Embiid throws it down.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. 5th on the list, Ben Simmons.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
And Griffin slams it in.
And Griffin playing with heart. Like how he slams that one home. Right now dominating in the paint.
Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Commending the unselfish play there. What vision on that pass.
And looking at Luka Doncic, incredibly mature for his age. Physically, the broad shoulders, weighing in about 230. Mentally, though, advanced understanding of how to play the game.
Is that the shot that gets Klay Thompson going? Most of them do.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's foul number 2 for him. Now here's Durant. He's tightly guarded.
And it's just encouraging to see Luka step up on defense. Must continue to bring that type of intensity.
You know, Greg, it's amazing that Doncic, at his age, could already have such a complete offensive game.
I mean, a terrific skill set. In Europe, Doncic spent plenty of time as a primary ball handler. Obviously can score in a number of ways, just a versatile threat.
The Bulls leading by 14. It's Wall with the drop. And Wall slams it home.
And he's got one heck of a burst on his way to the bucket. Wall is at his best when he's driving the lane, going from 0 to 60 in an instant.
Aldridge, no luck.
Pretty surprised he missed that shot. The defense was decent, but not really factored.
Wasted no time on that one. And that's now 18 points for Kevin Durant.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Back to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
And Thompson puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried. Thompson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And then Durant with the jam.
Well, long legs of Kevin Durant. They're galloping down the lane. I don't know how you catch up there.
The shot. And it's off the back rim. No good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
Inside. Here's Durant. Right side Towns. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Towns has got 8.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
The Warriors' Steve Kerr, the fastest coach in major American sports history to 250 wins. Brent, he gave all the credit to his players. But you talk about what makes him special.
Well, I think Steve just really timed it right in terms of when it was he was going to approach the next phase of his life, waiting for his children to be in a good place, waiting for him mentally to be in a spot where he was going to take over a talented team and put his imprint on it. His experience in Phoenix in the front office, teaching him about what it takes to move players around and make trades. Just a proper approach and the proper timing for Steve to take over a basketball club, and then to bring all of what he learned from Greg Popovich and Phil Jackson to the table, along with a lot of his own. And I think Steve thought long and hard and prepared himself on a lot of levels about what the job was going to be for him. We've seen that play out rather nicely in the last few years.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Beal against Thompson. The 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
And he's been hitting from out there. Defensively, you're going to have to change some things up.
The classic catch-22 guy right here. If you key in on him, you're going to open up other opportunities for his teammates to have good looks.
This one for 3. Can't connect. And so it's Chicago with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Bradley Beal is out there with Lowry. Then it's Bamba. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Aside from one recent year, we've seen plenty of coaching changes. When teams come up short, do you think that position maybe gets too much blame?
Probably, and coaches know that's exactly what they're in store for once they sign a contract
And
to
pay
coach a
that
team.
kind of money.
Yeah, all of a sudden they know that what happens on the floor, the end result is going to be whether or not I coach this team the next year and the year after and the year after. Interesting cycle of things that happens, though, Kevin, is when changes are made in a front office around the league, sometimes the managers want to put in a coach where they feel either a little bit more comfortable with or a style of basketball that they're more comfortable with. And sometimes the success on the floor for the coach has no bearing on whether or not he's going to keep his job,
Right.
because management would like to see a different product out there. So they become a victim sometimes of upper management movement and sometimes are removed from being the head coach.
Good thoughts. Hits it from 3-point range.
And that's Lowry's shot right there. Always looking to capitalize from that range.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Bang.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Truer words never spoken. Breakdown on the perimeter, D, and the communication severely lacking there.
Pass to Bamba. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
I can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. I'd like to see his guys step up a little more.
And stolen by Cousins. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got his 5th assist in this one.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Lowry from outside, and the Bulls another 3.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Bamba. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
And with Bamba, in addition to his crazy length, you also get a player who's extremely smart.
How about getting scholarship offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard? You can see him thinking on the court. He's deliberate in the things that he does. Bright, bright future ahead for him.
No coverage that time.
Yep, that's a great look from Giannis there.
Takes a 3. The shot by Lowry, no good.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass, and a contested 3 is not your objective. One more, maybe.
To the paint, here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
And that 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
Markkanen against Harris. Lowry for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Cousins has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And Bamba with the basket on the assist by Markkanen. 16 points for Mohamed Bamba. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. The Bulls leading by 19. Kuzma passes to Lowry. a pretty alley-oop layup.
And it's nice to see Bamba finding his groove. When he's in sync, he feels like he can make any shot.
And stolen by Kuzma. Down low, Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
Now, that's the attack mindset with which they entered the game with, and I wouldn't expect them to let up now.
About a quarter of the players in the NBA were born outside the USA. Brent, could that percentage swell to half within a couple decades?
I don't think we're ever going to get that far with foreign-born players, but it's exciting to see all the representation around the league. We've certainly had some standouts, and I'm a little bit sad that this year might be the last year we see one of the most incredible players, if not the best European player the league's ever seen, in Dirk Nowitzki, probably retiring in Dallas after the year.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bulls.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And after dropping game one in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a three-game season series. No question, that's a morale boost.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Mohamed Bamba.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Chicago making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. Different look here for the Warriors. Embiid, he's checked in for Cousins. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Tobias Harris. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Walker. And it's Ben Simmons in for Bogdanovich. Simmons against Lillard. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Antetokounmpo against Lillard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. And that's it for him. He's fouled out. Not only that, we are in the bonus, and we'll have to go to the line for two. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for the Bulls. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. .32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Tipped away. Kicks it to Butler. Durant for three. No good there. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Durant deciding where to go with it. And the Bulls with another miss.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
Yeah, we've seen him make this shot work, but they can do better.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin.